I'm Tan Le, I'm the CEO of Emotiv, and we focus on essentially looking at how the brain changes using EEG technology. So we're focused on an idea of like this portable EEG that allows you to measure brains in context, and then we spend a lot of our time looking at algorithms to decipher what those electrical fluctuations actually mean. At Emotiv, there are two elements that we're really interested in. We see the brain as being the center for control and experience. It really defines who we are as people. And so tapping into this control center offers two opportunities in our minds. One is the opportunity to control and interface with the external environment. So things like, what you've seen with brain-computer interface or brain-machine interface, where you're using your brain to control something. It's really cool, like move an object with your mind. And we've done a lot of videos around that. I think that's super interesting, but we can definitely extend that. The other opportunity is once you're measuring the brain in order to offer opportunities for control, you can also start to measure this system and observe it longitudinally over time. And that's where it becomes really, really interesting, because the brain fundamentally is an adaptive system. It's the most adaptive organ in the body. And so over the course of life, your brain is going to be different. Even a week from now, it's going to look slightly different and vary depending on the experiences you have. And so fundamentally, it's quite challenging to measure and observe this system unless you have longitudinal information. So we're trying to change the paradigm in which people will use these systems in order to have more snapshots of how their brain might look. And over time, we think that there's a whole range of opportunities there, from one in terms of the control elements, improving that, but the other element is around the idea of improving and essentially just optimizing human performance. So things like understanding your productivity cycles, when are you best able to focus, what's your engagement level, how long can you pay attention? A lot of people mistake memory for an attention problem, right? If you didn't pay attention to where you put your keys, you won't remember where they are. It's not necessarily a memory problem, it's actually an attention deficit in terms of not paying any regard to where you put your keys. And so being able to recognize the difference between memory and attention, and focusing more on learning how to pay attention to certain types of tasks and understanding your unique profiles can really help. The other big opportunity is also around understanding the nature of stress and relaxation as the other side of that, right? So one of the big debilitating things that affect our productivity is stress and tension. And so being able to monitor that and also compare yourself to the aggregate community is also very interesting. So one of the things that we're doing with Emotiv is we're amassing a very large data set from our community across many, many different brains, across many different types of activities. And one of the things that we're starting to learn about that is I can compare my stress levels not only against myself, so how am I trending this week compared to last week, but I can also start to compare myself to other women around my age group to see if I'm within the norm or whether I have higher, more elevated levels of stress. And then hopefully I can start to do things that can help to counteract that as well.